All right, so I lost 7,700, no, wrong. $7,335 my first year of options trading. And that is a crap ton of money to lose. So I'm just gonna basically share my story, tell you guys what I did, what went wrong, some things I wish I knew beforehand before doing options trading, and then just some tips and advice on how to avoid making the same mistakes I did. So I'll just go ahead and start right in. As you can see here, this is the total amount of money I have lost in the span from 2022 to 2023, $7,335 with 20 cents. Now that is a lot of money to lose, especially at the time for me because I was essentially a broke college kid. So yeah, huge financial mistake. I'll go ahead and show you some of these trades I was making, sorry. So if you go to the top, you can see I was trading very risky stocks. I was doing puts on Riot blockchain. This is like cryptocurrency stuff. I had zero prior knowledge of the company. I had no idea what they were doing. I just knew that from YouTube videos that, they were a stock that was fluctuating a lot and it had a lot of popularity. So did some options on it, lost 50 bucks. Did some options on Snap, lost 25. And then SPY, the ETF, made 103, but that was pure luck. Essentially, I was just gambling at this time, betting if things were going up and down with no real analysis or anything of companies or stocks or graphs. I would just essentially go on YouTube and like look up like which things to options trade, and then I would go into it blindly. And here's one of my trades: $2,000 on one Facebook call trade. I remember this being a long-term call, so I was thinking, okay, because Facebook was very down at the time. Like it was in like 200s. It was in the 200s, and right now Facebook is very high, way above 200. But at the time, I was like, okay, Facebook is very down. I think it's gonna go up. But my big mistake was selling too early when I saw that it was decreasing. And that's another thing to keep in check is your emotions. Like, do not trade options with money you are scared to lose, because that will cause you to do this, to sell early because you're afraid of losing more money, and then you miss out on all the gains afterwards. Because after I sold that Facebook options early, a year or two later, it skyrocketed and I would have made a lot of money, but I was naive and I was dumb. So there we go. And you can see here other trades I've made. These are all cryptocurrency mining stuff that I, again, did not know anything about. But as you can see here, lots of losses. All right, so how did this all begin? Well, pretty much from YouTube. I was in college. I was getting a little bit of excess income from my scholarship money, because my scholarship would pay me to go to school, but then there'd be a little bit left over for me to spend for food, schoolwork, school books, etc., for things like that. But I would use that money for options trading. And obviously, options trading is a huge risk, especially when you're going into it blindly. And that's pretty much what I did, because I saw from YouTube videos how people were making $500, a week, $1,000, $2,000 a month doing absolutely nothing except clicking a few buttons on their computer. So it seemed like an insanely lucrative opportunity. So that's what drew me into options trading. But the truth is that if it sounds too good to be true, it's because it is probably too good to be true. So if you are someone who's young or you're looking into getting into options trading, make sure you go into it with a lot of research being done and knowledge of all the risks that activity is going to pertain. And then here are just some general tips and tricks so that you can avoid losing a crap ton of money like I did. Just some general advice. First one is just to start small and simple. You want to, start with simple strategies, basic strategies that are easy to understand, and that are easy to grasp. And then you want to trade with a small portion of your money. You should, never be trading with money that you can't afford losing. And I had a lot of experience with this. I was trading with money that I was just too scared to lose, and it ended up, making me pull out of positions early and, realizing a lot of loss in general. And then another thing to do, maybe even before all of this, is to just practice with paper trading. There's a lot of accounts out there, different platforms out there that will allow you to trade with fake money, but with real market data. So you can, hone and practice your trading strategies, and dip your feet in without losing real money. So big advice, you can go on YouTube, search up paper trading app, account, how to set all that up. There's lots of resources and videos out there for this kind of thing. So definitely look into this. And then if you're actually doing it, make sure to manage your risk. Never risk more than you can afford to lose. And make sure to use stop losses to limit potential losses. Like, for me, I feel like it's a lot better to just already in advance set up stop losses, because then that gets rid of the emotion that's kind of involved in trading. Or at least it helps get rid of that emotional aspect of, pulling out early or selling too early if you already set up, stop losses or like stop gains. It just kind of removes that emotional aspect and you automate all of that. And then another thing to do is just avoid chasing big gains. I know that on YouTube you're always going to be seeing these like $500 a week, 1 mil, like not 1 million, but like $1,000, etc. Just very flashy gains. Of course it's attainable, but just don't chase those big gains. And never trade on impulse or emotion again. Make sure to track and review your trades to identify mistakes and improve your strategy. You want to be, and this kind of builds on to the next tip, but like you always want to be continuously learning and learning from your mistakes. So make sure whenever you finish a trade, you kind of analyze what went well, what didn't go so well, and what you can do better in the next trade. That way you're always improving, and hopefully in the long term, you'll be net positive. But apart from all of these tips, just make sure you know what you're getting yourself into, and make sure you are educated and kind of all of the different variables and risks involved. Maybe don't even options trade. Maybe just just invest. Save some money, put some money in some stocks, and watch it grow. Don't, because the option, like when I look back at it now, I was essentially gambling. It was just gambling. I was just betting if this stock was gonna go up or down in a week, in a month, and gambling is bad. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, thanks for watching my YouTube video. I hope that you learned something, or at least this, cautions you to be more careful and to do more research before you jump into options trading. So yeah, please like and subscribe. I am trying to get 100 subscribers. So yeah, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.